Uh, my name is Hassan Musa. Again, reflecting on the interview with the interviewee, it seems like the conflict was between him and the other employee taking his lunch regularly, which had really hurt him or disturbed him for quite a period of time. And according to him, his approach was more effective and convincing because he took his time to call him, sit him down, and ask him the right thing to do. Uh, Looking at the conflicts, find out that the other partner was not uh, involved in any violence or uh, harsh conditions in trying to solve the conflict. And the questions I chose as to how he managed and if the conflict, if the approach was effective, was to follow up whether the approach he used was effective and successful in managing the conflict they had between them. However, looking on the other side, I find out that most employees tend to approach such conflicts uh, through violent actions or through resistance, whether by if he would have chosen either to stop keeping his food in the fridge, uh, which would have been another way of solving the conflict, but it would not have been uh, clearer to the other person because he would either continue taking other people's food or which would end up being having conflicts with other employees. But the approach the interview used to call him and explain to him that whatever he needed, food, or he would ask, was a really good approach because it made the other partner understand his mistake and correct himself. We see that at the end they become friends, which means that the approach was effective because he was able to understand his mistake and correct himself. I chose the questions as to what was the conflict so that I could have a more clear understanding of the conflict, which had explained very well, and the conflict uh, seemed to be a very hard one to deal with, but he used the correct approach. And the method of approach, I wanted to know how he dealt with the conflict, whether was it violently or non-violently. And the last question I asked was about if the approach was successful, was to follow up whether the approach uh, was effective in solving or managing the conflict. Thank you.